Namaskar. Welcome to Awakening with Brahma Kumaris. We are at the Brahma Kumaris headquarters, Shantivan.
Right.
Okay. Last time we were in Gyan Sarovar and
Madhuban.
A wonderful place, sister. It's like actually heaven. Huh? We were talking about heaven.
Absolutely, yes. Because heaven is where the beautiful vibrations, where there's harmony, peace, love, and a very different kind of energy flows in the environment. So everyone who comes, they feel they've experienced heaven. Because when you come to a place where the vibrations are very pure, it helps you to connect to your own purity.
Okay, to my own
to your own purity, to your own peace. So heaven will then no longer just be for you outside, that okay, it's a very peaceful place, but you will feel very peaceful internally. And that is when it really feels nice. It's not only about the place, it's about when the vibrations of the place start influencing you to be able to connect to your original qualities. Then we feel it's heaven, because then we can feel heaven here. And like we saw earlier, we saw Madhuban, which was the first campus started at Mount Abu. Now we saw the second one, which is the academy, Gyan Sarovar Academy for a Better World. But as the services, the activities, the programs went on increasing, the number of people wanting to come to the headquarters increased dramatically. Like we saw our earlier auditoriums, Om Shanti Bhavan in Madhuban, and we saw the Harmony Hall in Gyan Sarovar. These are auditoriums which can accommodate around 1,800, 2,000, 3,000 people. But then very soon there were many more numbers which had started coming, because as the activities of the centers in India and worldwide expanded, more and more souls came in contact. The services of the different professional wings went on spreading. Larger number of people wanted to come to the headquarters, and then the residential facility, dining facility and training capacity in both those campuses was not sufficient, and then was established the third campus where we are here today. This is called Shantivan. The earlier two campuses are in Mount Abu, which is the mountains, but now since we couldn't have such a big place in the mountains, this third complex is at Abu Road, the base of the place. And here, this campus is spread over 60 acres.
Wow.
Currently, we have residential facility for 15,000 in this campus, and dining and meals facility. I mean, the dining hall can accommodate about 10,000 people at one time, but cooking can be for 50,000 people at one time. So this has now been constructed keeping a very bigger picture in mind. And throughout the year, there are about 15 times when the students of the Brahma Kumaris gather here in very large numbers for their own retreats, their refresher retreats, meditation programs. And at that time, we would have anywhere between 20 to 25,000 people staying here at one time. And then the rest of the year, there are programs and conferences for new people. Like right now, today, there is a conference, international conference for cardiologists going on in this campus. So similarly, every week they would have a conference for different professions.
Oh my God.
And this place where we're sitting right now is the meditation room of this campus. It's called Tapasya Dham. And every morning, many of us come here for the Amrit Vela meditation at 4 o'clock. And of course, during the day, we can walk in and just spend few moments of meditation. And so many people doing meditation here has created a very high energy of the room. So even when new people who are coming to the campus for the first time don't know anything about meditation, but when they go and sit in a room where there is regular meditation that goes on, it helps them to connect to their core being very, very easily. No effort and instant results.
Possible to do the same thing at home?
Once you learn it, see, meditation is a technique which needs to be learned. Many of us try and do it on our own or at home without learning what needs to be done. And so we give up very easily because we say, oh, it's very difficult, I can't do it.
But you can't get the same feeling at home what you get here. And not so easily, so you might get tired and say, oh, it was different there and it's different here?
Of course, an environment makes a difference, definitely. Wherever you go, it will make a difference. But very soon, once you've been doing it regularly, you realize it's more of an inner journey. External environment is an external aid. If I don't do the inner work, I can be disturbed even sitting here. It's an inner conversation, an inner journey of thoughts. If I don't take care of it, beyond a certain point, the environment will not be able to do anything to me. I can go into turmoil and turbulence even staying here. So I could be upset and depressed even staying here. And the other way around. If I learn how to do it, then I can do it even if I am in the busiest city, stuck in a traffic jam, with chaos outside and calmness inside.
Chaos outside and calmness inside.
Absolutely, because it's actually, it does influence, but finally it's independent. The external and the internal is completely independent. So initially, when we're still learning the art of taking charge of the internal in our own hands, it might seem that, it's difficult when there's noise, or if there's difficult when there's chaos. But finally, having done it for a few days or few months, then you realize it's a separate, basically this is your separate room. Suppose this is your house and this is your room, your space.
People say my space, my privacy.
Absolutely.
And that you have your private room here.
This is your private room. Now all that you have to do is make this room soundproof, so that the noise of outside, the chaos or the vibrations, beyond a certain point cannot penetrate through your inner space. And so you can sit there very silent, even if there is noise outside. And noise, not external noise, but noise of thoughts and vibrations. So that's meditation. And once we start doing it, it really does become possible. And then we realize beyond a certain point, it's not about where outside place you are. It's all about how well you've developed your inner space.
Beautiful, sister. Namaskar and welcome to Awakening with Brahma Kumaris. Sister Shivani, I enjoyed the little drive in this place. It's so huge, so beautiful.
Absolutely.
And I was just wondering, I cannot take care of one little house of mine in Mumbai, and who takes care of such a huge place? And moreover, the expenses must be too high. Who takes care of so much of
There are two factors, like you said. One is human resources and the other is the financial resources. Both resources which to run an establishment like this or complexes like this, you require in abundance. Now, for a complex like this, or all the complexes that we saw, or all our centers that we have 8,500 centers now in 133 countries. So 8,500 centers in all metros and cities. Every center is also an expense, property or rental, and even then the running cost of the center. Then these kind of complexes, construction of the complex, and then after that the running cost of the complex. Now at the Brahma Kumaris, it's a fundamental rule right from the beginning of the establishment of the organization that nothing is charged.
My God.
No program.
Nothing is charged?
Nothing is charged.
No room rent?
Nothing at all.
No 3,000, 5,000 rupees coupon at the entry?
Nothing, no charges at all. Whether it is for the meditation course, whether it is for a retreat, even if it is a corporate training program where sisters and brothers go to the corporate houses or organizations to conduct programs, whether it is guests who come here to stay for 3 to 5 day retreats, lodging, boarding, training, nothing is ever charged, because right from the beginning, the concept has been that we have to serve them. They are guests who are coming here. Anyone who comes to do the meditation course, even at the center, they're coming to take God's knowledge. God is our father, he's come to give the knowledge to them. The child will not be charged for it. Now, initially when this was started, it seemed a little difficult. How can everything happen and yet not charge people for it? And there were two reasons for it. One, how to run it, and second, people will not take it seriously if it's for free.
People will not take it seriously if it is for free.
Yeah, if you tell
I was just thinking the same thing. When you don't pay for something, you get it free. There's no value.
Absolutely. And now you attach a tag to it and say this meditation course is for 2,000 or 4,000.
Name them expensive. Make it 75,000. Never before package.
Absolutely. So then it seems to have a higher value. So this was a concern initially with the core group, but then God, Shiv Baba, gave the direction. This is God's knowledge to his children. Even if you attach a cost of 1 rupee to it, there will be somebody who will not be able to afford the 1 rupee.
But we can donate, can't we?
See, one is when you charge people for any program or for the meditation course specifically.
And nobody is forced to donate.
Not at all.
Not even indirectly told, why don't you donate? Do you want to donate? Nothing.
When you're coming for the course or when you're coming for a conference or a seminar or a workshop, never ever do you pay or any kind of rate. When we become regular students, who are studying every day, who have started benefiting from the knowledge and it's become a part of our lifestyle, then we become a part of the family. Then we're not coming as guests, but then we are part of the family. Once we are part of the family, we start contributing to run the place, whether it's the center or whether it's the headquarters. But that contribution is also completely voluntary, and most important, nobody knows what the other person is contributing. Like I wouldn't know what anyone else would be contributing, and no one would know what I'm doing. It's going to be absolutely silent and incognito, and not the center sister or the center in charge or the dadis here would give any amount and say, okay, you have to contribute this much. Never ever. There is a little box in every center. We call it Bhandari, the Baba's box at the center, here at the headquarters. And whoever wants to contribute anything can just silently go and put it in that box. So it has to happen selflessly, not with the intention of, this much, people will see, they will know I have given this much. Nothing.
You'll get the first seat if you contribute more.
It's absolutely silently. And how everything runs is because everyone now who's become a part of the family, they will be like family, and whoever is coming for the program now, they are the guests. Responsibility of the family to look after the guests. They will look after them financially also, and also in terms of taking care, the skills that they offer. So today we are over 10 lakh students belonging to the Brahma Kumaris family. Now in that we will have doctors also, engineers, lawyers, artists, everybody, every profession is there. So every professional is contributing according to the talents and skills of that profession. Like this hall where we are sitting right now, this is Diamond Hall. This has a seating capacity of over 20,000. This Diamond Hall was constructed in 6 months.
6 months?
Exact 6 months. It was announced in April.
I can't make a single bedroom and a bathroom.
Yeah, this was
Mumbai in 6 months.
This was announced in April, and December was the first program here. Now, this is not possible without dedication and selfless service of the people involved. Even if you try and do it commercially.
And the blessings of God.
That's always there. Nothing will happen without that. And that's why it's possible to do big tasks, unimaginable, which will, even today, engineers and architects who come here, they cannot believe that this got constructed in 6 months. They said even preparing a design, and it was a very unique structure. It doesn't have a single pillar.
There's not a single pillar here?
There's not a single pillar in the whole hall.
Yeah, you're right.
So it has a concept of, they call it scissors in technical language. Scissors across the ceiling to support the ceiling. So even mounting that scissor at this height is a very big task because there's no pillar, no structure in between. So everyone said this was impossible, and financial resources that are required. Financial resources, human resources. They said it's not possible.
I thought it would have taken 3-4 years.
6 months is dot. And towards the end, like by November, it seemed it will not be possible. But the date of the program was already announced, that the program is going to be in December. And Dadi Prakashmani was the chief of the organization that time. When you get to see leadership qualities in practical, that a leader, but who's a server, who's a mother, a caretaker. She used to personally come here morning, evening twice. She used to personally come to this hall, meet everyone working in the hall, each laborer. She would meet them, give them prasad, give them toli, talk very sweetly to them, motivate them. And she did not waver in her thought even once that this will get ready on the date that has been decided. Everybody told her, Dadi, please try and understand, it's not possible. This cannot get ready in December. She said, God has given this task, that this has to be ready in December. I don't know how it's going to happen, but I know one thing, that it's going to happen. She said, how? You all have to decide. I only have this complete faith because He has given us that this is going to take place on this date. It is going to happen. And it happened. But that faith and that conviction and the love and nurturing of everyone, people worked day and night to get it done. But that dedication came because they all were working together for the same purpose. See, in a corporate sector, in an organization, we try so hard to motivate people. You should feel that you're doing it from within. You should come together as a team spirit. But it doesn't happen till everybody has the same mission. If you have a same mission and same purpose, and then people come together, you don't have to stand there and see whether they're working or not working. In fact, you have to come back and tell them, please go and rest for some time. Too much now, you all have been working. So it goes the other way around. Because the purpose is there. Same thing we can apply even in our own setup. If you nurture people, give them love and care, and create one vision, why are we doing this? Whatever, even in a family, why are we doing this? If the vision is the same, everyone will come together to do it. And when it comes to the financial resources of construction of all these places, when the big campuses were to be constructed like this, so Dadi used to just send a letter to every center, and at that time there would have been about 3 or 4 lakh students, and Dadi would say, send a letter and saying, if possible, if everybody could contribute 1 rupee daily. That's all. Just put in, and there would be a separate box, like this is Shantivan being constructed, so there would be a separate box says Shantivan. And she said, if possible, that too, if possible.
1 rupee a day?
1 rupee a day.
That's all?
That's all. And she used to say it very sweetly. She said, each one, 1 rupee each day. She said, that's all we need to construct this place. And it happened. It really happens because you started collecting 3 to 4 to 5 lakh rupees a day. And some would obviously be able to give more than a rupee a day. But everyone started putting in 1 rupee a day. And that's how every retreat center, the retreat center in Delhi, the retreat center in Hyderabad, and Gyan Sarovar, this Shantivan, they all got constructed by her, this one letter saying, each one 1 rupee each day.
So where did this money come from, 1 rupee a day? From all over the world?
The students, yes. The students who were coming to the center. This money was not coming from any kind of funding from any other place. It was coming from the students who were regularly practicing Raj Yoga. And I remember when Gyan Sarovar was to be constructed, then Governor of Rajasthan, Channa Reddy ji, he came for the foundation laying ceremony of the complex. And he announced 15,000 rupees, I think, from the governor's fund. And he said, Dadi, I'm giving this check of 15,000 rupees, the first thing. When the campus is to be constructed, from the governor's fund. And she said, no brother, Dadi cannot take this from you. First you come and do the meditation course. And then if you like the meditation course, and then if you feel like doing it, then we will see what to do. This Dadi cannot take from you. Dadi cannot take donation and charity like this. And everyone's looking there that time and saying,
15,000 was big money.
No, most important, she's saying this to the governor, he get offended.
Oh.
You know, she just said no. It's very assertive, but very sweet. And everybody around her said, just keep it. He will feel bad. He will get hurt. He's come as a guest today. Said no. Policy. Principles. No compromising on principles. The next day, the ADC came from the governor house and he said, Dadi, governor has fixed a time. He would start learning the meditation course. He did the meditation course, and the first of the next month, he sent a check to Dadi saying, Dadi, this coming from my salary, not from the governor's fund. This I am sending, this amount from my own salary for the construction of Baba's house.
Wow.
So her sticking to her principles, not sometimes we compromise on our principles in the awe of people or what others will think. Her sticking of principles helped the other soul to change his way of looking at things. And that soul always remained a great supporter of the task of Baba's services everywhere.
What a great soul.
Very, very, very special. Leadership qualities, practical, where you can see so much of management, so much of administration happening, but foundation is spiritual power. And they are dadis who've never gone to college, just done basic education, no degrees, no management, but mind management is perfect. And so when thought management is perfect, values are flowing, administration becomes very simple.
Faith in Shiv Baba.
Absolutely. And
100%.
God's blessings and powers are with every soul. When they're working with this selfless intention, it's to serve humanity. But we can apply that to whatever we're doing. Everybody couldn't be a part of this kind of a task. Take back the same way of working to our own office, to our own family, selfless way of giving. Results will always be beautiful.
Wonderful. Sister V, I want to see the whole campus.
Sure. We have started a community radio station which is being aired from Shantivan, and as of now it is serving within 200 kilometers radius around Mount Abu, and of course through the internet and the telephone technology it goes worldwide. So brothers and sisters of the Brahma Kumaris are here taking care of this 24-hour radio station, and we have Yeshwant Bhai with us, who is the main instrument behind this radio station.
And what is the name of your रेडियो स्टेशन?
हमारा रेडियो स्टेशन का नाम है रेडियो मधुबन, क्योंकि मधुबन एक ऐसा शब्द है जो हमारे ब्रह्मा कुमारी से भी प्यारा शब्द है और दुनिया के हिसाब से भी मधुबन एक श्री कृष्ण का जो प्यारा शब्द है, इसलिए हमने रेडियो मधुबन नाम दिया। और इसको मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ इंफॉर्मेशन एंड ब्रॉडकास्ट ने इसको लाइसेंस दिया 2 साल पहले, और इसको उन्होंने वैल्यू बेस्ड रेडियो स्टेशन के नाम से इसको सम्मानित किया है।
Very good. This is value based radio station.
हाँ जी।
This is all over the world.
इसका जो ट्रांसमिशन है ऑन एयर एफएम पे ट्रांसमिट होता है, फ्रीक्वेंसी है 90.4 एफएम, और इसका ट्रांसमिशन 150 किलोमीटर 200 किलोमीटर रेडियस से माना 300 किलोमीटर एरिया कवर करता है। और इसका जो टेक्नोलॉजी है इंटरनेट से हमने हाई स्ट्रीम और लो स्ट्रीम से हमने इसको दिया हुआ है, ताकि मोबाइल में भी जो एंड्रॉयड है, एप्पल है, तो इसमें भी इसका जो स्ट्रीम है सुन सके लोग, तो लो फॉर्मेट में और हाई फॉर्मेट में हमने इंटरनेट से कंप्यूटर में जो सुन सकते हैं उसके लिए ये सुविधाएं हमने चालू किया हुआ है।
तो अभी हम लोग कंप्यूटर में ऑन कर सकते हैं?
हाँ जी, कंप्यूटर में आप radiomudhuban.in डाल देंगे तो ऑटोमेटिक स्टार्ट हो जाएगा।
radiomudhuban.in। वेरी गुड। तो इसको कब शुरू हुआ ये? When did you start this?
इसका जो इनॉग्रेशन व्यक्त बाप दादा ने 18 जनवरी को बाबा के हाथ से इसका इनॉग्रेशन हुआ 2011 में।
1 साल और
1.5 साल।
कैसा चल रहा है अभी?
अभी रेडियो जब हमने स्टार्ट किया तो हमने 1-2 स्टाफ से हमने स्टार्ट किया था और हमारे पास कंसेप्ट भी नहीं था। फिर हम लोगों ने ट्रेनिंग अरेंज करवा के बॉम्बे से रेडियो स्टेशन के एक्सपर्ट्स उनको बुला के इस रेडियो को एक फॉर्मेट बनाया और अभी इतना पॉपुलर हो गया है कि लोगों के फ़ोन कॉल और एसएमएस आते रहते और वो सब अभी सराहना करते कि आपने एक बहुत अच्छा कार्य शुरू किया है।
वैल्यू बेस्ड, अब मतलब ये
इसको है वैल्यू बेस्ड, माना जो मूल्य है, जो जीवन में मूल्य आने चाहिए है, उसके लिए ये रेडियो स्टेशन गवर्नमेंट ने दिया है और उसी फाउंडेशन पे ये लाइसेंस उन्होंने दिया है।
तो वैल्यू बेस्ड रेडियो स्टेशन इंडिया में है और
नहीं, बाकी कम्युनिटी स्टेशन है 130, लेकिन वो अलग अलग उनके हैं, कम्युनिटी बेस है। कई जगह समझो बुंदेलखंड में है, वहाँ बुनकर लोगों के हिसाब से उनको दिया हुआ है। तो ऐसे अलग अलग कृषि विज्ञान में है तो उनको सिर्फ एग्रीकल्चर के नॉलेज के हिसाब से उनको रेडियो स्टेशन दिया हुआ है। तो ये कम्युनिटी रेडियो स्टेशन अलग अलग एरिया से उनके जो लोकल कम्युनिटी है उस हिसाब से उन्होंने उसको वैल्यू किया है।
24 आवर्स चलता है?
हाँ, हमारा ये पहले हमने स्टार्ट किया था 6 घंटे के हिसाब से, फिर अभी 1 साल हो गया लास्ट, तो हम लोग इसको 16 घंटे कंटिन्यू चलाते हैं और फिर 8 घंटा हम उसको रिपीट करते हैं रात को। आफ्टर 10:30 वी आर रिपीटिंग द मॉर्निंग शो।
मॉर्निंग शो,
हाँ।
मॉर्निंग स्टार्ट्स फ्रॉम?
मॉर्निंग हमारा शुरू होता है सुप्रभात से, जो 6 o'clock। 4 o'clock हम लोग मेडिटेशन म्यूजिक चलाते हैं 4 to 5। फिर 5 o'clock हम लोग जो मुरली के कुछ पॉइंट्स होते हैं, जो वैल्यू के पॉइंट्स होते हैं, वो 5 o'clock हम चलाते हैं। हिंदी में, सारा हिंदी में प्रोग्राम होता है। फिर हमारा जो संडे एक इंग्लिश प्रोग्राम चलाते हैं, उसका नाम है रिदम ऑफ लाइफ। तो वो एक इंग्लिश 1 घंटे का प्रोग्राम हमारा चलता है इंग्लिश में संडे।
वेरी नाइस, वेरी नाइस। ये कितना टाइम लगा बनाने के लिए?
एक्चुअली हमने ये जो स्टूडियो बनाया है इसको 3 महीना लगा। अभी ये 1 साल से ये चल रहा है और हमको एक स्टूडियो मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ इंफॉर्मेशन एंड ब्रॉडकास्ट ने हमारा जो कार्य देख के या अपनी जो एक्टिविटी देख के उन्होंने एक ग्रांट दिया, कारपोरेट सोशल रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी CRS के थ्रू उन्होंने ग्रांट दे के वो स्टूडियो और टावर उन्होंने डोनेट किया।
वेरी गुड, वंडरफुल, नाइस मीटिंग यू, नाइस टॉकिंग टू यू।